First and foremost, just wipe the look of disappointment. Yo, so wipe the look of disappointment. Wipe the look of disappointment off your face. Wipe the look off of this. Yo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Wow, I can't believe I still can't believe I'm saying that. Like, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, one of my 3 returning subscribers, thank you so much for being consistent, I guess, watching me. I know it's only my 2nd video, but I really appreciate you guys for being like here since day 1. I'm feeling very shy today. I don't know why. But yeah, thank you guys for coming back to my YouTube channel. And then if you are a new visitor, thank you for tuning in. I hope you stay and you subscribe. And yeah, join the party. So I know, guys, when I first started, I was like, Queen Consistency, I was gonna be here every week and all that, but like since the last time I was here, I've been through so much. Nothing deep, whatever. I'm going through a very transitional phase in my life. Like, I just started a new job. So I just started a new job. I had to obviously settle in. So I haven't, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't been here for 2 weeks. So the first week I was doing training for this new job, like basically just an introduction to this company and everything. And then I was just too tired, like during the week, to film. I was getting home at like 8 p.m. And then on the weekend, I was being a city girl and I couldn't really film. But I wanted to. I was just like all over the place. So I couldn't like really film. I was with friends. I hope he's watching this. Friends that don't want me to post at their houses. So because of their hands. He's genuinely my friend though. So I couldn't really post because he was ignoring or whatever really. But I couldn't film at his place. And then why else didn't I film? But guys, I've been busy. And then the next week, so the week 1 was a training to my new job and everything. And then week 2, week 2, I had to just obviously settle into my new job. This is now the 1st of March, this past week. I had to just settle into my new job, make sure like I'm comfortable, happy, you know, deal with all that, make sure I'm well rested for the week, because first weeks are quite important. But I'm here now. And I actually did upload. I had a video. I told you guys I was doing 23 things I learned at 23. So I had a video on that already. But then what happened? Oh, I posted it with like a little birthday vlog, and then I didn't like it, so I deleted it. I'm sure some of you guys, the ones that are subscribed, probably saw the notification because I did post the video, but then I was just like, then I deleted it. But yeah, this intro is quite long, so I'm doing 23 things I learned at 23. Again, this is the 2nd time I record this video, maybe 3rd, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it now, and I don't think I'm gonna include the birthday vlog because it was useless and it was making my video quite long. All I did on my birthday, guys, was have lunch and drink. Okay, I was out by like 7 p.m. so that vlog is useless. Anyway, 23 things I learned at 23. So for those of you who don't know, I just turned 23. I don't know if I said this in my previous video. I just turned 24, not 23. So that's about old. So I just turned 24. So I'm doing 23 things I learned at 23. Because I've only been 24 for a month. Less than a month even, like 2 weeks. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I learned, and hopefully you guys learn ahead and you learn from me, or you tell me more about the things that I've learned and teach me some more, really, whatever. So I'm gonna start. I have them on my trap phone ish, guys. It's in hell, but it does the job. So let's get into 23 things I learned at 23. I'm gonna go through them quite quickly because I don't want to be boring and I don't want to like drag this video out. I obviously don't want it to be too long because some of you are probably watching with your daughter or whatever. So I'm gonna start with the list. Some things I'll explain, some things I won't, some things are quite self-explanatory. So the first thing I learned at 23, they are not in order, by the way. Some things I learned like early on or whatever. Some things I even learned before 23, but they were just the biggest lessons of my year last year. Yeah. So the first thing I learned is that God has never forsaken me and is not about to start now. God's plan for my life has always shown itself eventually. Like there's sometimes I feel like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? But then it just shows itself to show that like you are in the right, you're in the right direction, and whatever I want to happen for my life has happened or hasn't happened, but it's been for the better. The second thing I learned is to pray against the spirit of entitlement, but also stay away from people who believe in nobody owes you anything. That thing, it's a lie. There's just no way you can have people that you care about, that you love, and then you feel like you don't owe them anything, or vice versa. But still, again, I like to not feel entitled to anything from the people in my life. So like, I know it's a two-sided coin, and it's like, how can you, let me try to explain it properly. So I pray against entitlement in that like I don't expect information from my friends, for an example, about whatever their lives, about where they are, about anything. I don't expect like me to be the center of the world or whatever, really. But at the same time, I do believe that they owe me some sort of loyalty, some sort of honesty when it comes to certain situations. Actually, honesty all the time. Like, don't lie to me. If you matter to me, don't lie to me, especially if you know that I don't like it. So I don't feel entitled to anything. I don't feel entitled to a place in anyone's life, but I also still feel that people owe you something. Like, if you are a person that believes in nobody owes you anything, stay away from me, child, because how can you live like that? Like, it's weird. Number 3 is that manifestation works. That's it. I don't have to explain it. Just, it works. I've seen it work for me. It works. Number 4 is that happiness is an intrinsic job, and it's an inside experience, inside job, intrinsic job. Yes. So I believe that happiness is something that you create for yourself, or that you should create for yourself, so that no one can take it away from you. And I learned that at 23 because I think before that, or during my 23rd year, I was very like, if one person in my life was unhappy with me or not treating me well or whatever, then that would reflect on my happiness in my life in general. And that's very terrible, because like that means your happiness is fickle, dog. Like it's like this, it can be taken away like this, because you make a home out of a human being. Yes. And I don't do that no more, and it's been amazing ever since. So I make sure that I'm able to give myself happiness in whatever way it is that I do that for myself. Number 5 is that some of the problems you face are a testimony of the people that you embrace. Bad company corrupts good character. Almost like birds of the same feathers flock together, yeah, So I believe in, and I don't mean like if my friends are a bad bitch, then I'm also a bad bitch, or not that stupid stuff, but like rather that surrounding yourself with people that are like striving for more, that are working hard, that are ambitious, that inspire you, helps you become all that for yourself. When you see your friends doing good, you also you want to feel good about yourself, and you want to do good. I know my friends inspire me a lot. I've got some amazing friends, y'all. Like, I've got some really accomplished friends, and I look at them and I'm just like, dog, yes, I have no choice but to work hard, because look at the power that surrounds me, look at the greatness that surrounds me, the forces that surround me. And I think it's important to like surround yourself with people like that, and it helps. Like, sometimes when you're feeling down and you're not feeling good enough, like, you've got people that can lift you up, because they themselves are there. So it's very important to surround yourself with people that inspire you and that just help your growth. Like, there's no use just having friends for groove. But I also do believe that there's different friends for different situations. Just make sure that your friendships are multifaceted. Like, you've got it all. I think there's no problem with having friends that you just go to groove with, or that you just pray with, or I think it's fine. It's perfectly fine to have friends for different scenarios or different situations. Number 6 is you cannot pour from an empty cup, and I think it ties into number 5, where I was saying that it's important to have friends that can lift you when you're not up, when you're not feeling yourself. So number 6 is also that you cannot pour into an empty cup. If you yourself are not grand, if you're not right within, how can you pour into the next person? Like, what are you pouring into me if you yourself are not okay? Like, you can't inspire me if you're not inspired self. There's somewhere that you need to draw some of that inspiration from, you feel me? And in the same way, if I'm not fine emotionally, I don't pour into other people. I make it a personal decision to stay away from my friends, not stay away from them and that like I'm just ignoring them. I know I do, and my friends are gonna come for me because I do really be ignoring my friends, but that's not how I mean it. I am working on it. But what I mean is that like I stay away from my friends and that I stay away from telling them, from giving them advice about dealing with things emotionally, because I'm not balanced emotionally, so it's gonna come from a not very healthy place, and I'll probably project. So that's what I mean. Like, don't pour from an empty cup. Make sure that you're okay within before you give to the next. How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Shout out to Lauren Hill. Number 6 is that men are trash, not just via them breaking our hearts or whatever, but just in general with just what's happening in our society right now and the way that men hate women. Men are trash and are going to be for a very long time unless some serious conversations happen and some serious changes happen. Number 8 is that vulnerability is important. Like, I don't have to be a strong woman. I think everyone that knew me last year or even before last year knew that like I was on these things can catch me slipping, I have no feelings, true Aquarius shit. But like, over that, I don't feel like I need to be a strong woman. I don't feel like I need to always be hard, not every day a hard woman, not every day mbogoto. I deserve to be soft. I deserve to feel safe in feeling. I deserve to express myself and feel like it's safe to do so. I think before that I was just in a space where, whether it be friendship or romantic interest, where it wasn't a safe place to be emotionally vulnerable, and therefore I thought, need to be strong. No. Number 9 is that there's so much beauty and freedom in being single, child. Okay, so without divulging too much, I've been alone for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long, but quite long. And I think in my 23rd year was a time where I was like really alone. Most of just now people are fetching me and they're like, how you say you were alone with me? Wait! I was alone for most of my 23rd year. Yes, for most of it. And in the time that I was completely alone, and by alone I mean not dating, not seeing anyone, not talking to anyone, not just completely single. I learned that there's so much beauty in that. There's so much freedom in that. There's so much freedom in like not being accountable for another human being, and just being accountable for myself and my actions. I feel like it should be that way in relationships, but that's just me. Probably why I'm single. But yeah, there's beauty in that, and it made me, like, I think last year was also the time I was just like, people who skip from relationship to relationship really scare me, dog. Because when do you do your self-love? Like, when do you check yourself? When do you have time to, But again, different strokes for different folks. It's just that I realized that being alone was amazing. Like, there's so much now that I won't tolerate going into relationships just because I can do that for myself. I've given it to myself, whether it's emotional love, whatever, physical. I hope you guys get me, but like, yeah. So now I don't compromise, I don't compromise, but I don't want to compromise because I can be alone. I'm not afraid of being alone, and I think that's amazing. That was number 8. And number 9 no, that was number 9. Number 10 is that I'm not entitled to keep people around in my life, and I'm also not entitled to a place in someone else's life. So I am a people's hoarder. I've always been. So like I'd keep friends around that treat me like shit just because I feel like we've come a long way and we've got a lot of memories. So last year was a time where I was just like, dog, cut people off where you need to cut off. And it's not everyday beef, you know, it's not everyday bad vibes, I hate you situation when a friendship ends or a relation ends. Sometimes it's just you've played your role in my life and let's just move on, you know. And I've learned to make peace with that. I learned to just stop watering dead plants and just move with the movers and leave the ones that need to be left behind, and not like kill myself like and be sad over the fact that like someone cut me off, you know. They probably needed to do that for their lives and for the growth of their lives, and that's perfectly okay. Did I say I learned better makeup skills? Yeah, I did. It might not show today because my eyebrows are wilding. Now don't look at them too hard, don't irritate me, but they, you know. But I did learn better makeup skills, and I think what I wanted to say when I wrote this was I was thinking, not every day cut crease green, cut crease pink, you know, because I used to be that girl. Some of you might know, but like now I'm really enjoying the softer beads. Honestly, I'm enjoying no lashes, but I have no lashes on right now. It's not by choice. I just don't have lash glue. But yeah, I enjoy softer makeup. I enjoy like more relaxed, more natural makeup, and I think soft glam is harder than all the colorful stuff. So yeah, better makeup skills. That's so random. I learned that love languages are important in friendships too. Number 12. 13, I learned I don't have to have it all figured out right now. But to still work hard at whatever I'm doing in my life. So this is quite important to me. Well, it was a very big lesson to me in my 23rd year because it was just a year where I felt for most of the parts, from most of the year, I felt like unaccomplished. And I felt like I wasn't achieving all the goals that I wanted to achieve in the time that I did. Which is wild because when I look back at my resolutions for 2020, I achieved every single thing. But I think I even started the year with like really simple nyana resolutions or whatever. And I think I redid my resolutions in June. Or some like quite late in the year though. Anyway, the point is I felt quite like unaccomplished and like I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do for my life, in time. And I kept on looking at people around me like, you know, people are growing. What are you doing? And I think that's the most toxic and the worst thing you can ever do to yourself as a person, because I know everybody says it, but when you're in that place, it doesn't feel like it's not comforting. It's not comforting to hear people say, oh, race on pace and your time will come, or God is in the neighborhood, all the other bullshit that people are always saying. Like, it's not comforting to hear that when you're in the pits of hell and you are in despair over where your life is. I could talk about this all day, but essentially, I just learned to be kinder to myself in regards to that, because there's nothing I can do now except work hard, you know. That's what I was telling myself. Like, there's nothing I can do now except work hard and fight to get to where I want to be. But there's no use sitting in misery and thinking like I'm doomed because my life is going nowhere, child. And if I had known that my life would be here where it is a year ago, I think I would have been more relaxed and maybe kinder to myself. But maybe if I was relaxed, I wouldn't have gotten here. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't have, if I'd known that this is where I will end up and this is where I'm meant to be, then I think I would have been more kinder to myself earlier. You know, I learned that quite late, that like, dude, just relax, work hard at whatever you're doing, and you'll get to where you want to go to. And okay, that was number 13. Number 14, I learned that when your parents say you'll understand one day, they're not lying. You will understand one day. Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. You'll get it one day. Whatever it is you're fighting them over, you'll get it one day. Which is wild because I don't have a child yet, but I've already learned that like they mean that. But also I think it's in the small things, you know. You will see it as you grow that like your parents were onto something. I learned that the cost of living is too damn high. Oh my god. Did I learn that at 23? Maybe even earlier, because I was living by myself before. Like, I've been living by myself. Obviously, I'm not living by myself now, but I was living by myself since I was 18. So obviously, I understood nyan about the cost of living because I was under allowance or whatever, and I had to buy most things myself. But like just now, at 24 and at 23, all the things that I had to pay for, still have to pay for. Get me out of here. I didn't ask for this. Yo, no ways. Who did this? Mm-mm. So number 16 is that I learned that there's absolutely nothing I can't heal from. Nothing and no one. I'm resilient beyond my years. Yes, I had to learn that in 2020, at 23 in 2020 because could have died. And number 17, I learned that you will meet many groups of friends before you meet your tribe. And if you know me, you know. I'm actually lying. I've only had 2 groups of friends, 2 tribes, 2 squads in my adult life. So from after high school till now. But I've had a lot of like ups and downs with like friendships and whatever. And like it took all that to meet my current tribe. Like my current tribe is not my squad. It's not a squad. They are my squad. They're just not a squad. They're not friends with each other. And I prefer it that way. I love it that way. But also just I can just tell these are my friends for life. Like I tell them all the time that like, dude, if you stop talking to me for whatever reason, I'd just call your mom. Or I'd show up at your house and ask you like, what's wrong with you? Because there's absolutely no need. Like, and that's just because my friendships right now are so healthy. They're so healthy. They're so fulfilling. They're so I love my people. And it took all those groups of friends to find such comfort and like, you know, such health. And I didn't have that. Not in my old friendships, not back then when I used to be on YouTube. It was also toxic. And now that I have my tribe, I'm just like, I would go through all of that again just to meet my friends. And it was hell. Y'all, it was hell. Like, I've seen some stuff. But right now, I'm quite happy with my friends and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'd repeat all of that just to be here with my friends. I'm 18. Also, yeah, basically the lesson there is for you guys, don't stress when you feel like you're jumping from friendship to friendship or whatever. Don't beat yourself up unless you are the problem and you are the reason. Guys, I'm gonna kill my neighbor's dog. I mean, I won't, but wow. Don't stress yourself over moving from squad to squad or friends to friendship unless you are the problem and you've been told that there's something that you're doing wrong and you're not fixing it. Then I would suggest obviously doing some self-work. But yeah, try not to be too hard on yourself in friendships. You'll find your tribe. And yeah, just be teachable in your friendships. Learn and don't take everything that your friends say as like harsh criticism. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's life. It's like a relationship. Someone tells you you're doing something you don't like, you fix it and you move on. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself in that respect. If you're the problem, just fix it. And I know like in my friendships, for instance, even though I say I've gone through a lot in my friendships to get to my tribe, there are also some lessons that I needed to undertake, that I needed to have in those friendships that make me a better friend to my current friends right now, you know. So it was not all in vain, or like I'm not saying like I was the innocent one and all my friends put me through shit, all my old friends. No, even though there was some fake ass bitches, some of them, they still had a lot to teach me, and I still like took a lot of lessons. And there were things that were really bad habits that I had in those friendships that I needed to fix. that now help me be a better friend to my current friends, you know. So be a good friend. Number 18 is that people are not lying when they're saying starting a business is hard. I almost cried just reading that, because I think when I even wrote that, I was in the pits of hell via my business. I just always am. The thing is hard. That thing is hard. Okay. Wow. That thing is hard. But it's also very rewarding, very fulfilling, and it teaches you a whole lot of lessons outside of running a business, like patience, saving, working with people, you know. So yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it, I'd say. But yeah, it's been the most testing thing I've had to go through in my life, probably one of the most testing things. For those of you who don't know, I have a clothing boutique. It's called Coco Bella. I ran it with my friend Koketo K Spark. My top is from there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm lazy to get up. But it's from there. Please check us out. Please support us. Please. Okay. It's hard. So support me. But yeah. Maybe I should do like a video on like starting your own business or whatever. You guys can let me know if that's something you'd want to see. I'd obviously tell you how I went about it and things that you can do to start your own business. I'll do maybe multiple businesses. I'd research and be able to tell you about different types of business. I think that's a good idea, because I think that the way to financial freedom is to start your own business and not work under anybody. I know I work under someone, but I'll probably work under someone until my business is booming, you know, then I can leave. So I think let's create jobs by starting businesses. So let me know if you guys would like to see a video on that. I'd definitely be open to sharing some of the knowledge that I've shared in the past year. So my business is only a year old. I started it in 2020, January. Yeah. But I would be able, the little that I know, I would be willing to impart my knowledge onto you guys if you guys want it. Let me know. Okay. Number 19 is that I need to forgive and not hold grudges. I was a very holder of grudges. To be quite honest. But yeah, I was a person that holds grudges, like, to the core of me. Like, you know, when Cardi B says you beef with me, you beef with me forever.
You know what? A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
That was me. But I learned to let that go. Like, it also does more harm to me than to the person, I guess. I mean, if I hate you, I don't care if it does harm to you. But I'm just thinking, like, it does a lot of harm to you, the holder of the grudge, to hold that. Like, it's just all that anger, all that, just let it go. Like, be free, forgive yourself, forgive the person, not forgive yourself, forgive the person that you are angry at, and maybe forgive yourself for, I guess, putting yourself through that if it's something that you could help, but you still put yourself through, or whatever. But like, don't hold grudges. Just don't hold grudges. Like, remove the weight from yourself and just stay woke, because niggas are creeping. Number 20 is that I learned to not be afraid to speak up and say no. Guys, don't be afraid to say no. People will put you through the most just knowing that you won't say no. Like, they'll abuse your kindness. I think you can, I say kindness because I think you can say no and still be considered a kind person. You can say no when you mean no and still be considered a kind person. You know, it takes nothing away from you. It doesn't make you a mean person, doesn't make you a rude person. If you don't want something, just say no. Yeah. Before 23, I think I learned this last year. Yeah. Before 23, I was a yes woman. I was a yes woman in everything, whereas it's going to groove when I should be studying, or just all of it. I was a yes woman, you know, and I just learned that, like, it put me in so many uncomfortable situations that I could have avoided. So now I just be saying no when I want to say no, you know, just no. 21 is that healing is not linear. self-explanatory. You can be up one day and be happy because you've healed, and another day you can be back at square one. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's just how healing goes. 22 is that God's timing over my own timing, 100%. Always. I've learned to stop like fighting for things to happen if they're not meant to happen. Just trust God's timing, work hard, and leave it up to God. 23 is that I'm powerful beyond my understanding and comprehension, and I matter and I'm loved. And I have my friends and my family to thank for that. That's the 23rd lesson I learned at 23. I'm so powerful. I'm so amazing. I'm an amazing friend, and I've got amazing friends. And I matter to my friends and my loved ones. And I'm loved. And I learned that just through, I guess, all the growth that happened in all my relationships in the last year. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of health, like I said earlier. So that helped me be better in myself. You feel me? Yeah, it helped me a lot. Wow, love my people. So yeah, that was my 23rd lesson. Thank you for watching. If you've watched up until this point, you clearly enjoyed me, because all I did was sit here and talk about myself, and you watched until here. So either you enjoyed it or ratarita. I don't know really, but click the subscribe button anyway. I'll wait. You done. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'll see you guys in my next video. I will try to be more consistent. I'll try to do better. I will be more consistent. I don't know. I'm still trying to think if I should. I don't want to shoot my videos in bulk because it's just not the same. It doesn't slap the same. But I'll figure it out, and I'll make sure that Guys, my neighbor's dog. Wow. I'll make sure that I have my videos out and ready for you guys in time. Unless I'm not happy with them, then I'll just keep deleting them. Like, to be quite honest, I'm going to do that quite a bit on this here channel. Or at least I won't post until I'm happy with something. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. And have a great day or night, whatever time you're watching this. Just be happy. Smile.